a couple things I want to talk about this morning. First of all, I would love it if you would go and hit the subscribe button on your YouTube channel. Now, if you're just on YouTube and you're actually not logged in, you don't have a YouTube account with Google or something like that, then you will probably have to create a YouTube account, but that's just so you can watch stuff. They won't send you stuff and give you a bunch of alerts unless you actually subscribe. But here's what happens if you subscribe to my channel. Every time I post something, and I know I posted something on Monday and then I posted something on Tuesday just because I'm working really hard at trying to kind of get into a rhythm. But I'm not going to be posting something every day. But every time I post something, if you subscribe, then that'll show up in your email and you will be alerted that there's a new video. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. So that's the first thing. Now, warriors, since we talked about your shield, we talked about your swords, we talked about your crown, and who you are in Christ Jesus, today I'm going to kind of shift and I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. You were probably intrigued by the article, the title of this article, which was Taking Out the Trash. When I taught school, we used to do something called class meetings. And in those class meetings, the students could bring up anything they wanted to discuss. But here's the deal. There couldn't be any stinkin' thinking, which is what we called it. I actually collected pink pigs, and I had pink pigs all over my classroom. It was kind of a theme. I knew when National Pig Day was, and I dressed up like a pig. But the whole reason I did that was to help the students be aware of the fact that we all have stinkin' thinking. We all have thinking that does not promote growth. A lot of times it's based on the opinions of others, or it's based on lies we believe about ourselves. And those can come from a lot of different sources, but that's what we called stinkin' thinking. So they could bring up a subject, we could talk about something, they could never talk about someone else. They could never use someone else's name. They could only use I statements. And there couldn't be any stinking thinking. And if there was stinking thinking, then literally they would have to hold the pig. They'd have the pig. Well, actually, that's not right. When, which Larry would probably correct me on this if you're watching this, Larry, because he's friends with me on Facebook, and he was in one of my classrooms at Eastwood Hills. But when it was your turn to talk, you held the pig, and you could squeeze the pig. It was one of those almost like stress ball pigs, and you could squeeze the pig, but that was supposed to be a reminder that you couldn't use any stinking thinking. You couldn't speak any stinking thinking. So taking out the trash. What does that have to do with? That has to do with all the stuff that's going on in here that literally is not allowing you to be the best version of you. What do I mean by the best version of you? When God knit you together in your mother's womb, He knit you together with vision, and He envisioned you. And as He envisioned you, literally there was a vision for who He created you to be deposited in you, along with gifts and talents and abilities to actually walk out that vision. But we were never made to walk out that vision without Him. We were made to walk out that vision with Him. So as we partner with Him, literally we are able to continue to move forward and continue to see those visions come to pass. So anything, and this probably has to do with your shield, those 4 words on your shield, if you've been praying about those are probably things that God deposited in you. They're part of your rhythm and who He created you to be. And when we're doing those things, we actually feel alive. So what I want you to do is think about thinking about what you're thinking about. Learning to think about what you're thinking about and kind of have that out-of-body experience where you're able to ask yourself, why do I think that? Why do I always respond to this in this way? What's going on inside of me that creates agitation or frustration or things like that? So today, your focus is to recognize the stinking thinking in your own life and ask the Lord to replace that with truth so that you can get rid of that and you can get past that. Take it to the trash and get rid of it.